Hello, air signs. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. Before I forget, I wanted to say that if this message is going to resonate with you, please do click on the thumbs up, like this video, and if you want to learn more or hear more from me, subscribe and also click on the bell so that you can get notified. So what we're going to do today is we're going to pull a general message for all the air signs. And from there, I'm going to timestamp for the specific air signs, and I'm going to pull different messages regarding the course of this reading. So whatever, if it applies to your career, your love, or general life, as well as a general message from the universe, and then timeline, when all of this is going to be happening by. Okay, so we have one major arcana, which is the Sun, and the Sun is generally associated with Leo. So we start off with the Five of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, and then the Page of Wands. Okay. So the Five of Cups is generally speaking about being disappointed, regrets. And I feel in this deck, this is a Light Seers Tarot, I feel in this deck, it's more that you're in control of this. Like, yes, you've had some deceptions that caused you to be disappointed, and you're actually pouring out that cup with your foot. Like, you're so disgusted with it, you're not even using your hand, you're using your foot, like tossing it, right? And this is the fourth cup. So I don't see this as turn around, look at the other opportunities in front of you. No, you're taking action on this deception because it really turns you off and you feel disgusted by it. And I really strongly believe that this has to do with either work or what you've put in a lot of work in. And we'll see if that is pertaining to your career or to your love life or general life, but it's something that you've actually put in a lot of effort, tons of effort, like you've done a lot of work. I mean, we see these Eight Pentacles, and there's also like the moon cycles on these Eight Pentacles, so you've put in a lot of time, a lot of months, a lot of work. So it kind of disappoints you that you've probably not had the outcome that you were looking for. But what I see from this, though, by you doing this, you all of a sudden now get illuminated. Something bright's going to happen in your life that's going to shine some brightness on this morose feeling or this disgust feeling. And then the outcome of that is you're getting a new passion for something else. You haven't started it yet, but you're talking about it, or you're just at the beginning stages of learning about it and now feeling excited about it. Okay? All right, so we're going to park that, and now we're going to move into the specific signs, and I'm going to start with Aquarius. So Aquarius, if this is work-related or your career or your day-to-day activities, yes, okay. So I think the mice, you got the mice, and the mice is associated with stress. It's associated with something diminishing. So you have been putting in all this effort, all this work to only find that whatever the outcome of whatever you were putting in the work for is slowly diminishing. So it turns you right off that you need to cut it off. Basically, you're cutting that off. It could be... I'm hearing overtime. I'm hearing putting in the extra work all the time in order to get ahead. We are in a very difficult situation right now with this pandemic. And, sometimes overworking is not helpful because you're only stressing out yourself, hence the stress card as well. You're stressing yourself out even more. You become anxious. You don't take enough time to rejuvenate. Between work days, work hours. So maybe it's time to let go of doing all that overtime and just do what you need to do. And that's probably what the brightness card is. You get this revelation, you got to stop this And then you're going to find new passionate things to do, like hobbies. Maybe you'll have time now to spend with your family. You'll have time to spend with friends, maybe virtually, if not physically. But anyways, you'll have time to do something new for yourself or for others around you. If it's love related, for Aquarius. Oh, no, it didn't come through. So, okay, too many cards. Hold on. I don't want 3 cards. I just want one. Come on, just one. One for Aquarius. Okay, nothing's coming out, so I'm going to pick this one here. This one right here. Yeah, so if it's love related, it's talking about a new phase. The card is called Ascending. So you need to get rid of the obstacles that are there. And you need to learn something to be able to expand so you can get into the new phase. You've probably put in a lot of work into a relationship or into, anything to do with someone else. It could be with yourself. It could be with someone else, family member, a lover. And that, you've been confronted with all these obstacles, but I think what you need to do is you need to change your optic. And maybe now, like the 5 of Cups, you're feeling disgusted, nothing's working out. So maybe in this sense for the love, because, emotions, the cups are related to emotions, and could be love related. So in this particular scenario, I would say, yes, you're looking at the 4 cups, like the 3 cups already spilt and the one that you're spilling yourself. But if you did turn around, you'll see that there's a full cup there, still up and standing, not spilt over. So maybe you do need to refocus on something else. You need to turn around because there's too many obstacles on this front end. Turn around to look behind you and learn something new in order to expand, to let this love grow and ascend to a different place with your relationship. Because it will happen. You have the sun, brightness, it's shining, it's happy, it's beautiful. It's going to turn out positive, and it's going to bring new passion in your love life. Okay, this is for everyday general life. Okay, this card is called Orphanated. Okay, so, and this again spells for this. This is what this card would bring. Okay. If you're not careful, if you're too disgusted and you don't take a course of action that is different, you're going to end up alone and you're going to end up miserable. This is cold. There's a lot of ice on this card. Or not ice, sorry. It's a lady that has kind of like this bird's beak, but her dress is white and it almost looks like she's frozen. The decor is also grim. There's no sun. It's not very pleasant. So you don't want to get there. So I think the general message for your general life is that you do need to get over this situation. And maybe the getting over it that's needed is turning around. Stop this disgust feeling. Although you've put in all this work, all this effort, just turn around, look at that 1 cup that's still standing, and see that it's going to bring you this brightness in your life and in your passion. Because otherwise you're going to end up orphanated. You're going to be left off. You're going to be left alone. All right, Aquarius. So let me just look at a general message for you as well. So the message is, in every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. Yes. And maybe this is probably regarding this disgust feeling. By nature, you're not disgusted. You're not supposed to be disgusted. And maybe all of this extra work that you're doing, whether for work or for the relationship or for yourself, in general, or with others in general. You're putting in too much. And putting in too much was not you. And you need to become you again. Because if you're not you, this is when we can go down that rabbit hole and get upset, right? And get disgusted. So you want to be that, and the sun card is usually associated with children, right? Or youthful energy, innocent energy. So you need to come back to your innocent self. So in every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. And the beauty in us is all about when we were innocent. Everything was beautiful around us when we were innocent. And it wasn't until we were slapped with, events that caused us pain, that we became morose, we matured, we grew, felt trauma. You want to go back there. So you don't want to let any obstacle or any event in your life bring you down into the wrong path. You want to stay in the light. So do the work that needs to be done to be able to turn around your life so you don't feel this stress and this disgust in order to be who you're supposed to be. So you can have this beautiful passion and ultimately not remain alone. Okay, there's 2 cards. So I'm going to, because they both flew out, they really want to be out. So we have, and this is going to be a timeline. So this is associated with the void, okay, the dark moon. And the dark moon is around the new moon, just before the new moon. And if you're watching this in December, the new moon is on the 14th of December. So this would be around the 13th, between the 13th and 14th, where you need to create that void, eclipse something out of your life. And then we have the 23rd, number 23. So the number 23 is either before the new moon or after the new moon. Okay, so this could be between December 7th and December 14th. Okay, and it's the card of gratitude. Or it could be the other way around, between the new moon of December, which is the 14th, and then we go on to the next, after the next new moon, which would be in January 6th. So if you want to see it this way, and I think the gratitude here, I think it's more this way because you need to eclipse something out. You need to change your perspective in order to now be grateful, have gratitude for the beauty and the bounty that is presented to you, okay? So I think this is, if you're reading this or you're listening to this in in December, this would be after December 14th and January 6th, somewhere around there. Yeah, and if it's not in this timeline that you're listening to this, just look at the new moon of that month that you're watching this video, and then look at about we're saying 23, about 7 or 8 days past the full moon. So you've got the whole new moon to full moon, and then 8 days past that full moon for the following month. All right. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Hello, Gemini. So if this message for you is work-related, let's see. Oh, we've got 2 cards. Okay, I'll take them both. Okay, yeah. Now the stork is about change. The stork is moving, change. And then we have the fish card, which is abundance. So you're clearly, I think what you're doing is you're changing. You're changing work, or you're changing your, if not the work itself, like company or your position at work, you're definitely bringing some change at work in order to be more abundant with your finances, better pay possibly, or just to have better abundance which we're seeing here is going to happen. So I have a tendency to say that you're changing jobs, if not company, at least within your organization. You're changing jobs. All right, so next we'll go with the love, if it's love related. What's the love message? Okay, it'll be this card here, top card. You know what? There's two cards. They did not want to come apart, so it's two cards. Again, lucky you get two cards, Gemini. Okay, so yes, you need to heal the heart. And then you've got the butterfly. So clearly this is something to do with healing from a love situation. And we have on here freedom from a toxic relationship or freedom from addiction. So either it's a person that you were involved with that had some addictive tendencies, or it's yourself that had addiction and now you need to heal from that in order to self-love. And look, we've got the butterfly card, which means that either the relationship is evolving from the healing that's happening, or you're going to have growth. You're going to evolve in this relationship. Or maybe you are, I don't see separation. I see more that it is clearly a new path that you're going on, especially if it's relationship-wise or even for yourself. You're healing from old wounds. And maybe you've tried a certain way to heal, or maybe you've tried to cut out an addiction and it hasn't always worked. It's not working. You've tried. Well, try something new. Turn around, look at that cup and try something new, because, you know, there's multiple ways of getting around to things, and maybe you haven't looked at all the possibilities yet. But I think once you do, you'll be successful, hence that Sun card. And it's going to bring you passion in your life because you're probably going to feel lighthearted, right? All right, I like that. Okay, so what about general life? If it's about general life, if it's not relating to love, not relating to career, what about general life? Oops, it'll be this one here. Regeneration, yeah. Essentially, this is kind of like the death card. So you're definitely going to be turning around, looking at that fifth cup, and looking for a new way, a new path. You're going to put an end to the old ways. They were painful. The card of disgust to me is, yeah, you're disgusted. So it's time to change. Put that away, turn around, look at a different way. It's going to be beautiful, and you're going to get regeneration from this. Awesome. Now let's look for a message. Okay, when the dawn of simplicity comes in life, complications leave. Yes, exactly. So, maybe you've been, simply said and simply put, maybe you're putting too much effort into something, and you need to look at the obvious by turning around. Look at the obvious, which is usually simple. So look for the simple things, which will end all this complicated stuff in the background in order to get to where you need to get. Okay, what's your timeline for this, Gemini? Timeline, Gemini. Timeline for Gemini. Too many cards. Timeline for Gemini. Timeline. Okay, this card. Nourishment. All right, so this is card number 7. It's a beautiful card, nourishment. Okay, card number 7. So this speaks of about 5 days after the new moon. So if you're listening to this in December, it would be around the 19th of December. If you're watching this in another month, it would be roughly 5 days after the new moon of that month. So this is saying that once you've had this change, or this new vision on life, if you wish, okay, whether it's yourself, you're healing, whether you're changing positions at work, or in love life, you're needing to put an end to something in your general life, you need to put an end to something in order to rejuvenate. This is telling you that you need to also feed your soul, feed the relationship with yourself or with your partner. And, take the time, especially if it's at work, take the time needed to feed your mind with the necessary information needed for this new opportunity of this new endeavor at work, right? So take the time to learn. So you need to feed yourself with the necessary thing or parameter, if you wish, that is needed for whatever sector of life this is happening for you. And this is happening again, like I said, 5 days after the new moon. All right, thank you so much, Gemini. Hello, Libra. All right, so let's see what this message has to say for you if it's work-related. With work for Libra. Work-related for Libra. Work-related for Libra. Work-related for Libra. Okay, nothing's coming out, so I'm going to actually pull a card. All right, so here we go. The Tower. Okay, the Tower in this deck means institutions, or it means being alone. So clearly this, if it's work-related, it's most likely to do with a corporation. There's something that's happening at your work that's causing you, if you're working for a corporation, or if you're working alone, you've been putting in a lot of time and you're not happy about it, so you do need to bring some change. So turn around, look at that one cup still holding, still standing, in order to get over this disgusting feeling of having put in so much time and effort and not getting anywhere. This, like I said, it could be related to working for a corporation or even working for yourself because of the Tower being the alone card. In order for you to be able to see the light and feel fresh and start with a new passion regarding your work environment. Okay? Now, let's look at love, if it's related to love for Libra. Love for Libra. If it's love related, okay, I'm going to pick this one here. Seduction. Okay, so this card is about the word seduction. And you know what? This card refers to attraction, flirting, dating, hookup, temptation, or third-party interference. So I think this card is telling you exactly that. You've put in a lot of work so far. You've been probably flirting and dating and you're attracted to this person, but now, and maybe you're realizing that, it's only been for a hookup situation, or maybe this person you find out is involved already with someone else. So in order to rid yourself of that feeling of disgust, because that's the word that keeps coming to my mind, is the disgusted feeling, is you need to just turn around and look at that other cup that's still standing, because there's something better out there for you. You're going to either, I don't see separation as such, but it could simply be that you're drifting off. You're going to drift off because you're going to start seeing, you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to have self-love again. You're going to not feel as morose as previously, and it's going to bring you a new passion. Maybe a new passion with someone, or a new passion for yourself. Something fun to do. Maybe you were too dependent on that person for the fun activities in your life. But anyways, regardless, there's change that's going to be happening, and it's probably due to the fact that, this relationship was not moving on to something better or bigger. Okay, it was just that, flirting and attraction and dating. All right, so for general life, what's the message for Libra for general life, if this pertains to their general life? Okay, so it says, go the distance. All right, so this is like the leopard. This is the leopard. And the leopard is the fastest animal on the planet. So basically, or no, not the leopard, the cheetah, sorry, is the fastest animal on the planet. So it says to keep going. You will have to turn around and look at that one cup. Persevere, because there's a solution out there for you to get to this end point of feeling happy again and passionate again. You have to be resilient. You need to keep moving on and pursue. Kind of like the Nine of Wands card. Yes, there's been hurts, but there's still a battle to fight. So just hold on to that wand, and you'll get there. Because once you've gotten there, that wand, you're going to throw it up in the air, and you're going to be playing with it. You're going to be having a great time. You're going to be in a good place to be able to manage this. Awesome. All right, so what's a general message for you? Okay, we have use your head to live with heart. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this is calling for some cerebral action, obviously. You need to get over this darkness or this disgusting feeling, which is associated with emotions, in order to make yourself turn around and look at that cup behind you, to be able to now move ahead with a fresh heart. And that's what the Sun card is about. Like, you've got nothing weighing you down. It's everything is bright. You see clearly, and your heart is filled with energy. And yeah, Leo. This is related to Leo, and Leo. It's related to the heart, right? So you clearly need to have a light heart or a happy heart, a heart full of love, in order for you to be able to be passionate again. So do use your head, be logical, and you are a sign of logic and of balance, right? So make sure that you use your head wisely in order to turn your emotions around so you can get to this better place. So what's the timeline for you, Libra? Okay, it'll be this card. Okay, so the 27th card. And the 27th card is associated with a couple of days before the new moon. So we're looking at maybe 3 days, 2 days before the new moon. So this, if you're watching this in December, and it's called the release card. So if you're watching this in December, this would be around the 11th of December. And it's asking you to release. So release any of this negative energy pertaining to your emotions in order to start fresh at the new moon. So do a new moon ritual. Write down on a piece of paper what it is that you want to release. Okay, so whether it's a relationship, whether it's work, you need to release something from work, or some attitude from work, some extra stress at work, or whether you need to release something in your general life in general in order for you to keep moving on and then get to a better place, right? So, and I see this because, I see this as there's little, looks like butterflies, but I'm going to call them moths. Release the moths so you can replace those with butterflies. All right, so thank you, Libra. And if you like this reading, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more or learn more with me as I'm growing my channel, please click on the subscribe and the bell button, and that way you'll be notified when I publish next time. Thank you very much, Libra. Bye now.